Today I'm grooming this elderly cockapoo. She's either 15 or 16, and she has really bad eye boogers. So while she's in the bathtub, I'm going to go ahead and soak her eyes and then gently remove the eye boogers with my human lice comb. After shampooing her and conditioning her, I'm going to go ahead and blow dry her most of the way. She's wearing a happy hoodie just to quiet down the loud sound of the dryer. While she's in the bathtub, my little 11-week-old Basset Hound puppy is being obnoxious. She's getting a number 10 blade all over, everything nice and short. So the only blades I'm going to need is my 30 blade for her feet and a 10 blade. So I'm going to go ahead and just get my stuff ready before I get her out. Disinfect my blades, just spray them down with this blade cleaner. So I'm going to spray them both sides. Let that run for a minute. And just wipe it off with a cotton ball. Very important that you keep the blades clean, because if too much gunk gets gunked up in the blades, I mean, they're just not going to go through the hair. You know, it's going to drag through and you're going to wind up with track marks in the fur. So I'm just going to clean that one out. And then I'm going to come back with a toothbrush and kind of pull out any gunk that's in there. Just going to let that run for a minute. I like to use this toothbrush just to knock out any loose gunk. Is gunk a word? Yes, any loose gunk. She is very old, and usually she's pretty good. I mean, she can be wiggly just because she's old. I do believe they have her on some sort of medication that keeps her calm. So I'm going to go ahead, just finish blow drying her feet and get started with her haircut. With her, she's very shaky because she's old and she doesn't like her legs touched. And like her legs are very bony, you know, and it's hard to use the 10 blade on her legs. So actually I'm going to have to come back with a 7 blade and go backwards against the growth of the hair, which will actually turn into the length of a 10 blade. So on her ankles and stuff, because it's so bony and I can't press on her legs with that blade. The blade is too sharp and it'll cut her skin. It's a lot safer. I'm just going to come back and go against the growth with a 7 blade, and then it will end up being the same length but a whole lot safer. Just going to go backwards on her legs with the 7. I lift this leg up, she keeps that one down. You would think this is just an easy shave down, but actually shaving her with a 10 takes a very long time just because I can't scrape her skin with the blade. It's hard to explain. You have to be very careful because see how she's wiggling around, and I can't press on her legs with the blade that they want it that short. So if you go against the growth of the hair, you end up with a shorter cut than going with the growth. Around a lot, so I went ahead and I put another loop on her. So I have one holding her here because she's old and she's probably blind and deaf too, and she just keeps trying to spin and spin and get away from me, and she's making me really nervous, and I'm afraid she's gonna fall off the table. So this is really loose. It just hooks her right here, and then she has this one which is loose too, but it just hooks her to the top. It just keeps her in the center of the table so she doesn't fall off. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm done with her body. I'm going to finish doing the 10 blade on her whole head and on her face. They just like her nice and short, and then they just come back every couple months to have it shaved off because it's just gonna grow right back. And obviously with the dog this old, you know, they don't like being messed with. You can't brush a dog like this. I mean, you can, but you can't do it and be nice because it won't go well. All right, I'm done with her neck, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on because she just keeps falling, sliding down and falling. See, these front legs, they keep sliding forward, so. Put this back on. I'm gonna finish shaving her head and ears. Now I'm just trimming her ears up. I'm going to use my comb and my slightly curved scissors to trim her eyes. So I'm going to comb it all forward. And I did loosen up her eye boogers in the bathtub, so her face should be easy to shave. The corners of her eyes will be easy to shave out since I loosened it up. Just pull it all forward so I don't have to press against her skin when I cut. Good girl, you're all done. Good job. I don't think she can hear me, but she did pretty good actually. It's a little wobbly because she's just sliding around on this table. Let me double check this. Dew claw over here still looks a little bit long, and I'm gonna wipe her down with a baby wipe. Wipe her face off. She looks like she still has a little bit of brown stuff left in the corners of her eyes, but might have to trim them up a little bit more. I'm just getting baby wipe here. We got some conditioning spray. I'm gonna spray some on her. Let me wipe these eyes out real quick. These are fragrance free. I don't know if I just said that, but they are. There we go. See, she still has a little bit of hair in the corner of her eyes. I'm going to snip that out. And then I'm going to dress her up. She is almost done. There we go. I'm not trying to get too picky because I don't want to cut her skin, but that's good enough.